Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Chuck Crain. I'm the chair and director of the graduate business program for Campbellsville University and also associate professor. I'm here to do the presentation for the research that Dr. Iris Billy, another professor of mine, and Dr. Gabriel de Freitas, he is the assistant director and also a professor that we did. And I'm just really excited to be here with you. As you can see that our paper is titled Text-Based versus Video Discussion Boards to Promote a Sense of Community with Graduate Online Students, a Student Perspective.
Okay, Professor, you have 10 minutes to present, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I will give you a warning with 2 minutes left. Okay,
yes, sir. Thank you.
A couple minutes for discussions. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, sir. This is the pathway we'll travel for this presentation. I'll briefly discover each of my slides as we go. Be glad to answer any questions at the end. So what is text-based and what is video boards? Text-based discussions are the old tried and true way of having a class discussion for online classes, right? Many people think this is takes the place of the brick and mortar classroom discussions, but in reality, text-based discussions do not come close to brick and mortar class discussions. There's very little engagement going on, and students, there's not much social or teaching presence, and it just really it's kind of boring, right? If you're an educator and you're doing these online texts, they're kind of boring. However, video-based puts the student in front of others, helps me build a cohesive classroom without the traditional classroom setting, okay? Some pros and cons of text-based. Students like this type of discussion due to having the ability to complete the assignment on their own time, aside from due dates. Also, text-based discussion gives them time to think about what they want to say, right? Unfortunately, we have found that some do not put forth the effort they should in these types of discussions and mainly shoot for a word count and just move on from there. There's hardly any critical thinking skills or any deep learning involved in this type of discussion. Video-based discussions enhance the brick and mortar feel to discussions. They can be done synchronously, which connects the students more and promotes engagement and collaboration among the students. A con, the prep time is a little longer, especially for video-based discussions. Also, if students are recording and posting for others to view, the time commitment will increase for the maker of the video for creating it and for the viewer to sit and listen to it instead of read it, right? So the purpose of our study, we wanted to know, all three of us wanted to know to see how our students felt about video-based discussions. Personally, I'm gravitating toward video-based discussions, but it's not an overnight endeavor. But we just wanted to see what our students, our current students, what they felt about this. Our population size, we determined the population size by using G-Power. We used O2 for the effect size, O5 for significance, 0.8 for power, and the requirement size was determined to be 50 for our population to do our survey. We collected data from 50 of our online students via a questionnaire. The gender of the population ended up being 12 females and 38 males. The age, we had 18 to 24-year-olds, and 32 25 to 34-year-olds. The results from the survey found that students preferred the text-based discussion over the video-based discussion. We kind of figured that was the case just because of ease and access and basically a little bit of time commitment, right? A little time commitment. We also ran an ANOVA. ANOVA is one of the most commonly used methods for hypothesis testing and research. The ANOVA test completed for our study helped us to compare the population, our online graduate students, to garner the perception of text-based video versus video-based discussion boards usage in the course room. The perception of the students of various ages and genders were surveyed for this research. I already told you the male. The ANOVA technique helped us to distinguish between the mean values of our population, which showed while students in this study felt video-based discussion boards promoted the ability for connections with their learning community, they ultimately preferred the use of text-based discussion boards. Some results. We let the students choose which discussion to use in their last discussion. 72% of the students selected text-based, while 28% selected video-based. You know, the students overwhelmingly chose text-based, but did say video-based made them feel more connected to their peers. Conclusion, the majority of our students in our study chose to use text-based discussions, but felt more connection with video-based. We believe that students want to build relationships with their peers, but will ultimately choose the discussion that is easier and less time-consuming for them. Building relationships online is paramount for students and professors. Students need to be more socially active in groups. We know they are very active on social media. However, in-person social experience are giving way to texting and Instagram and TikTok and a variety of other media. Another positive for video-based discussions is that it would all but eliminate plagiarism and the AI factor that goes along with these assignments. And these are our references. And I am done.